we have Anika Rao, Kistij G, Ravikumar, and Sheshta Shastri. Anika Rao is a 5th grader. She's learning Carnatic music, Bharatanatyam classical dance, and Kannada language from Kannada Academy. She is an avid reader and loves to read. She has won 3 times in her school PTA talent competition. Sheshta Shastri is in 6th grade and wants to study biology when she grows up. She is currently learning Carnatic music, competitive swimming, and Kannada from Kannada Academy. She enjoys reading historical fiction books and graphic novels. She loves to play chess, drawing, and sketching, and loves dogs and cats. Kistij is a 5th grader. He is interested in building different kinds of planes using Legos. He is an avid reader and loves to read. He is interested to taste different kinds of food. Thank you. Everyone give it up for them.
Cultures of India. Indian culture, often labeled as a combination of several cultures, has been influenced by a history that is several millennia old. Beginning with the Indus Valley Civilization and other early cultural areas, Indian origin religions, Hinduism, Jainism, Buddhism, and Sikhism, are all based on the concept of dharma and karma. Ahimsa, the philosophy of non-violence, is an important aspect of native Indian faiths, whose most well-known proponent was Mahatma Gandhi, who used civil disobedience to unite India during the Indian independence movement. This philosophy further inspired Martin Luther King Jr. during the American Civil Rights Program. India has 28 states and 8 union territories with different culture and is the most populated country in the world. The Indian culture, often labeled as an amalgamation of several various cultures, spans across the Indian subcontinent and has been influenced and shaped by a history that is several thousand years old. India is the birthplace of Hinduism, Buddhism, Jainism, and Sikhism, and other religions. They are collectively known as Indian religions.
Philosophy of India. The main schools of Indian philosophy were formalized chiefly between 1000 BCE to the early centuries of the Common Era. According to philosopher Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan, the earliest of these, which dates back to the composition of the Upanishads in the later Vedic period, constitute the earliest philosophical compositions of the world. Some schools like Jainism, Buddhism, Saiva, and Advaita Vedanta survived, but others like Samkhara and Ajivika did not. They were either assimilated or became extinct. Subsequent centuries produced commentaries and reformulations, continuing up to as late as the 20th century. Authors who gave commentary meaning to traditional philosophies include Sriman Rajchandra, Swami Vivekananda, Ram Mohan Roy, and Swami Dayananda Saraswati. For generations, India has a prevailing tradition of the joint family system. These were extended members of a family, parents, children, spouses, and their offspring lived together. Weddings are festive occasions in India with extensive decorations, colors, music, dance, costumes, and rituals that depend on the religion of the bride and groom, as well as their preferences. The nation celebrates about 10 million weddings per year.
Festivals of India. India, being a multicultural, multi-ethnic, and multi-religious society, celebrates holidays and festivals of various religions. The 3 national holidays in India, the Independence Day, the Republic Day, and the Gandhi Jayanti, are celebrated with zeal and enthusiasm across India. In addition, many Indian states and religions have local festivals depending on prevalent religious and linguistic demographics. Popular religious festivals include the Hindu festivals of Navaratri, Janamashtami, Diwali, Mahashivaratri, Ganesh Chaturthi, Durga Puja, Holi, Rath Yatra, Yugadi, Vasant Panchami, Raksha Bandhan, and Dussehra. Several harvest festivals such as Makar Sankranti, Sohrai, Pusna, Hornbill, Chipchakut, Pongal, Onam, and Raja Sankranti swinging festival are also fairly popular. India celebrates a variety of festivals due to the large diversity of India. Many religious festivals like Diwali, Hindu, Eid, Muslim, Christmas, Christian, etc. are celebrated by all. The Indian New Year festival is celebrated in different parts of India with a unique style at different times. Yugadi, Bihu, Gudi Padwa, Putandu, Vaishakhi, Pohela Boishakh, Vishu, and Vishuva Sankranti are the New Year festivals of different parts of India.
Clothing of India. Traditional clothing in India greatly varies across different parts of the country and is influenced by local culture, geography, and climate. In rural, urban settings, popular styles of dress include draped garments such as sari and mekhala, sador for women, and dhoti or lungi or panche for men. Stitched clothes are also popular, such as chudidar or salwar kameez for women with dupatta, thrown over shoulder, completing the outfit. The salwar is often loose-fitting, while the chudidar is a tighter cut. The dastar, a headgear worn by Sikhs, is common in Punjab. Indian women perfect their sense of charm and fashion with makeup and ornaments. Bindi, mehendi, earrings, bangles, and other jewelry are common. On special occasions such as marriage ceremonies and festivals, women may wear cheerful colors with various ornaments made with gold, silver, or other regional stones and gems. Bindi is often an essential part of a Hindu woman's makeup. Worn on their forehead, some consider the bindi as an auspicious mark. Traditionally, the red bindi was worn by only married Hindu women, and colored bindi was worn by single women. But now all colors and glitter have become a part of a woman's fashion. Some women wear sindoor, a traditional red or orange red powder, vermilion, in the parting of their hair. Sindoor is the traditional mark of a married woman. Sindoor is a traditional mark of a married woman for Hindus.
Indian food is as diverse as India. Indian cuisines use numerous ingredients, deploy a wide range of food preparation styles, cooking techniques, and culinary presentation. From salads to sauces, from vegetarian to meat, from spices to essentials, from bread to desserts, Indian cuisine is invariably complex. Harold McGee, a favorite of many Michelin-starred chefs, writes, "For sheer and evidence with the milk itself as the primary ingredient, no country on earth can match India." India is known for its love of food and spices. Indian cuisine varies from region to region, reflecting on the local produce, cultural diversity, and varied demographics of the country. Generally, Indian cuisine can be split into 5 categories: Northern, Southern, Eastern, Western, and Northeastern. The diversity of Indian cuisine is characterized by different use of many spices and herbs, a wide assortment of recipes and cooking techniques.
Literature of India. The Rigvedic Sanskrit is one of the oldest attestations of any Indo-Aryan languages and one of the earliest attested members of the Indo-European languages. The discovery of Sanskrit by early European explorers of India led to the development of comparative philology. The scholars of the 18th century were struck by the far-reaching similarity of Sanskrit, both in grammar and vocabulary, to the classic languages of Europe. Intensive scientific studies that have followed it have established that Sanskrit and many Indian derivative languages belong to the family, which includes English, German, French, Italian, Spanish, Celtic, Greek, Baltic, Armenian, Persian, Checherian, and other Indo-European languages. The language with the largest numbers of speakers in India is Hindi, and its various dialects During the time of Islamic rule in parts of India, it became influenced by Persian. The Persian influence led to the development of Urdu, which is more Persianized and written in the Perso-Arabic script. Modern standard Hindi has a lesser Persian influence and is written in the Devanagari script.
The Mahabharata and the Ramayana are the oldest preserved and well-known epics of India. Versions have been adopted as the epics of Southeast Asian countries like Philippines, Thailand, Malaysia, and Indonesia. The Ramayana consists of 24 verses in 7 books and 500 cantos, and tells the story of Rama, whose wife Sita is abducted by the demon king of Lanka, Ravana. This epic played a pivotal role in establishing the role of Dharma as a principal ideal guiding force for Hindu way of life. The earliest part of the Mahabharata text dates to 400 BC and is estimated to have reached its final form by the early Gupta period.
Art forms, dances, and drama. India has a long romance. India has a long romance with the art of dance. The Hindu Sanskrit texts Natya Shastra and Abhinaya Darpana are estimated to be from 200 BCE to the early centuries of the first millennium CE. Dances in India comprise numerous styles of dance, generally classified as classical or folk, and with other aspects of Indian culture, different forms of dance originated in different parts of India, developed according to the local traditions and also imbibed elements from parts of the country. The criteria for being considered as classical is the style's adherence to the guidelines laid down in Natya Shastra, which explains the Indian art of dancing. The Sangeet Natak Academy currently confers classical status on 8 Indian classical dances: Bharatanatyam, Kathak, Kathakali, Kuchipudi, Odissi, Manipuri, and Mohiniyattam, and Satriya. All classical dances of India have roots in Hindu arts and religious practices. Shadow puppets are an ancient part of India's culture and art. Indian drama and theatre has a long history alongside its music and dance. Kalidasa's plays like Shakuntala and Meghaduta are some of the older dramas following those of Vasa.
Music. Music is an integral part of India's cultures. Natya Shastra, a 2,000-year-old Sanskrit text, describes 5 systems of taxonomy to classify musical instruments. One of these ancient Indian systems classified musical instruments into 4 groups according to the 4 primary sources of vibration: strings, membranes, cymbals, and air. According to Rees Flora, this is similar to the Western theory of organology. Archaeologists have also reported the discovery of a 3,000-year-old 20-key, carefully shaped, polished basalt lithophone in the highlands of Odisha. The oldest preserved examples of Indian music are the melodies of the Samaveda from 1000 BC that are still sung in certain Vedic Shrota sacrifices. This is the earliest account of Indian musical hymns. The current music of India includes multiple varieties of religious, classical, folk, filmy, rock, and pop music and dance. The appeal of traditional classic music and dance is on the rapid decline, especially among the younger generation.
Thank you so much for that history lesson. I really learned a lot.